Hope everyone's doing well today. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, today we're going to talk to you all about what they don't tell you about down payment assistance programs. Okay. Listen, a lot of people are looking to get some sort of down payment assistance, and it does exist out there. Okay. We're going to break down some of those down payment assistance. But again, we want to let you guys know what they don't tell you about them because people think one thing, but I got to make sure you guys get the right information. Okay. So let's go and get right into it. Also, too, we have a free webinar is coming up. Okay. Now seats are starting to fill up already. The Zoom can only hold a certain amount of people. And last time we had to turn people away. Okay. So again, make sure you guys go ahead and scan the QR code right there on your screen, or you can go to www, and that is home in 90days.com. Okay. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, first things first, okay, that you got to understand about down payment assistance programs is that not all banks are going to have them. Okay. Not all banks are going to have them. All lenders, I should say. Okay. When you're buying a home, when you are buying a home, there's going to be a lot of different programs that are out there for first time home buyers. There's also some programs out there if this is not your first time buying a home. Okay. Because that's so let's go ahead and start off with that one. That's number one. Is most all lenders won't have every single program that's out there. And number two, is that there are some programs that are specifically for first time home buyers. But this is something that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that you can actually qualify for a lot of these programs, even if it's your second property or your third property. There is no limit. You don't have to be okay. This doesn't have to be your first time buying a home for some of those programs. Okay. So just keep those things in mind. All right. The next thing I want to mention as well, too, again, not all lenders are going to have the same programs. Now, there's different types of programs that you need to know about. Okay. So, for example, there's going to be three main down payment assistance programs. Okay. And by the way, I know the camera, the camera's dot is dead. I don't know. I thought it was charging, but whatever. So, so number one is the first type of program is going to be what they call bank down payment assistance or lender-based down payment assistance. This is where you can actually get down payment assistance directly from the lender. Okay. So you get it directly from the lender. Now, here's the thing: to set expectations, not many of those programs are going to be I'll put it to you like this. Most of those programs are not going to be more than like $2,000. On average, it's like $250 to $500. So you won't, don't expect to see a lot of down payment assistance help from the lender. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is that you have a different type of down payment assistance. This is called state-based down payment assistance. This is where you can actually get down payment assistance from the state. I'm over here looking at the camera like it's on, but my bad. You guys are right here. So that's state-based down payment assistance. Now, state-based down payment assistance is down payment assistance that you get from your state. A lot of times when people think about down payment assistance, they think, well, I need the money. It's a hookup. I don't have enough money. That is not the case. A lot of states provide down payment assistance, whether you take it or not. Okay. And a lot of states essentially have free money. Okay. Now, they don't like to when people say free, because there are some grants. Grants are typically you don't have to pay them back, but there are some down payment assistance programs that may look like a grant, but that there are parameters around the money. For example, okay, there may be a time where you're trying to buy a property, okay, and then if you're trying to buy the property, what ends up happening is you may find yourself in a situation where you're not able to qualify for it because you're saying to yourself, okay, I plan on selling this property in 3 to 5 years. So if you plan on selling the property, then whatever that time frame is, that's just an example. Sometimes they won't let you sell the property. Sometimes you cannot refinance the property, right? In most of the cases, you have to live inside the property. So again, you have to keep those things in mind. Sometimes people ask me questions about, well, Calvin, what do you think about NACA, right? Or whatever some program is. Here's the thing. A lot of programs have parameters, and you have to know what those parameters are. but you don't have to go through a NACA program if you don't want to, because most states are providing you a faster way to get that money. Okay. Then number three, you're going to have area-based down payment assistance. This is when you're looking to get this is when you're looking to get down payment assistance based on a specific area. Okay. So let me tell you how this one works. Let's say that you are looking at a property and it may be in a specific area where they're trying to get more homeowners. Okay. However, if you're not buying the property in that area, in that zoning map, in that zip code, in that county, because like right now, the state of Cook County essentially in Illinois, which is like Chicago and surrounding areas, they have a $25,000 down payment assistance program. Okay. Now, Detroit has something that's big like this. California has something that's big like this. Arizona, Florida, a lot of these places have down payment assistance money. Now, just because it's available doesn't mean you have to be struggling to get it. Okay. So there are parameters. As long as usually most of these down payment assistance programs, you have to be at least a 620. There may be some programs that are out there for like 600, but I think for the most part, you need to be a 620 to get many of these programs. Okay. Now, again, many of these programs are grant related, which means here's the money. They don't give it to you physically. You get it at closing. Okay. It's going to be applied to your closing amount. Okay. But there are some programs in which you got to pay that money back. Okay. You either have to pay it back or they get it in the monthly payment. They have it set up where if you sell your property within a specific amount of time, they take it from the sale of the property. So again, make sure you understand what type of programs are out there, that number one, and then which ones are going to work for you. Okay. Ask questions. You want to ask questions. Okay. If you're not asking questions, what's going to end up happening is you're going to find yourself essentially signing up for some type of program and you don't know what is going to be the scenario 5 years from now, 10 years from now. It's not a lot of clients that I have that buy a property and they say 3 to 5 years later they want to sell, but sometimes they do. I have a client right now. She bought the property. She wants to sell, but she got a type of down payment assistance program. She can sell the property, but she has to pay back a portion of what she borrowed. So make sure you understand what type of program that you're getting. Okay. All right. So now let's keep going. Next is using your down payment assistance doesn't mean that it's automatic. Just because you qualify for down payment assistance doesn't mean you qualify for the loan. Okay. So make sure that you have everything in place. By the way, guys, we have for those of you all who are just joining us, we have our free webinar that's coming up. Make sure you guys get in the building. Okay. It's a free webinar, Credit to Home. We're going to show you some basic things you can do to increase your credit score right now and qualify for home ownership up to 4 units. This is anywhere nationwide. Okay. So again, scan the QR code right there on your screen, or you can go ahead and click the link in the description below. Okay. I'm going to put that, in the description as well as inside of the chat. Okay. Now let's keep going. So like I mentioned, some of the things that people don't know about with down payment assistance, they think a lot of the programs are for people that are buying their first home. We talked about that. They don't have to just buy their first home. So now we got that out the way. Then you have different types of down payment assistance programs based on the area, based on the state that you're in, and of course, based on the lender that you use. Okay. But keep in mind, lender-based down payment assistance is usually not that much, usually around 500 to 1,000 if you're that lucky. A lot of lenders don't even give that amount. They don't even give money at all. Okay. So keep that in mind. Don't bank on the lender giving you any down payment assistance, to be honest with you. Okay. Now, some lenders do have, it may not be down payment assistance, but ways that it can make your monthly payments lower. And that is, some banks will give you a rate discount. They'll give you a discount on the cost of borrowing the money. Okay. If you have a checking account with them, or if you turn on auto pay. I have a client that was able to save money just by having an account with the bank and turning his mortgage payments on auto pay. He was able to save money doing that. So again, not every lender is going to do this, but some of them do have that out there. Okay. Next is you still need to make sure that your credit scores are where it needs to be for home ownership. For example, you may qualify for down payment assistance at 620, but because of your student loans, you need a 640 to get approved. That's another thing you got to understand. Okay. So you need to make sure just because you qualify for the down payment assistance program doesn't mean that you meet the qualifications for the loan. Okay. That's one thing you got to realize. Now, another thing that people don't know about with down payment assistance is that whoever is on the loan, everybody must qualify for the down payment assistance. Let me give you an example. Let's say that there's two people on a loan. One person has the credit score that qualifies for down payment assistance. The other person does not. Can you get the down payment assistance? The answer is, in most cases, no. You cannot get the down payment assistance. Why? Because both people must qualify for the down payment assistance. So if you're getting a down payment assistance that requires a 640 credit score, both of you all must have that 640 credit score. If you're getting down payment assistance and you're looking at in like your income, because sometimes that stops the process too. Sometimes y'all making too much money for a certain type of down payment assistance program, but they usually give you enough room. There's a lot of room into this too. Like we're talking like usually most cases are going to be like 120, 130, 140 combined household income. And household income, just in case you guys don't know, is everybody that's over 18 years old that's working. Okay, in most cases that I've seen. Okay, it's rare that they count somebody that's under 18. That they got a job or something, they 16 years old, because who knows how that's going to work out. So, but either way, that's how that works. So again, both people must meet the qualifications. Okay. Elite, I know you guys are in the building. Go ahead and put an elite if you guys are watching us today as we are getting this information. Is this information good, or is it good? Yes or yes? I'm sure it's good. I know it's got to be. I know it's got to be. Okay. So again, both people must meet that qualification. Now, another question that I get is how many people can be on an application? A lot of people don't know this. You can have up to 3 people. Most lenders allow up to 3 people. That's first name, last name, and social security number. 3 of those scenarios. Okay. 3 separate people can be on one application. It goes back into the down payment assistance again. Now, I haven't done a deal where they got down payment assistance and it was 3 people on a loan, because it's rarely ever 3 people on a loan. However, I'm sure everybody still got to meet the same qualifications as well, because again, that's how it is when you have 2 people that are on a loan. Okay. Now let's keep going. Can you get down payment assistance on a property up to 4 units? Yes, you can. Well, here's the thing. Most lenders will allow you to get that amount of money, okay, up to 2 units. But some lenders will not allow you to get down payment assistance on a 3 unit or 4 unit. So make sure you ask your lender. Ask your lender, can you get, if you plan on getting a 3 unit or 4 unit, which sidebar, if you are buying a 3 unit or 4 unit building, the lender is going to want to see that you have what they call reserves. A reserve is a mortgage payment put to the side. For example, if your mortgage payment is $2,000, I know everybody's different amounts, things of that sort, but stick around with me on this. $2,000, that's your mortgage is. That, and they want to see 6 months reserves. We take 2,000, we multiply that times 6. That comes out to $12,000. They want to see $12,000 in it could be a mix of accounts. It could be retirement accounts, that could be your Roth IRAs, that can be your 401ks, whatever. That could be savings, investment accounts, stock balances. They just need to see that you have 3 to 6 months of that amount. Now, again, everyone's situation is different, but typically that's the case. They want to see that you have the money there. Why do they want to see that? They would hate to give you the money to buy a 3 unit, 4 unit property, and then you're the only one, essentially, like let's say 3 of your tenants don't pay rent. Let's say you got a 4 unit property, the bank is giving you a loan. They want to make sure that you're not just banking on the tenants paying the rent, because sometimes tenants don't pay. So they want to make sure that there's money inside a reserve. Okay. Now, why does that matter? Because these are other things you guys don't know. Listen, we're going to be covering this entire process. Okay. Listen, if you guys registered for the free webinar, I want you guys to put in the comments, I'm in. I want you guys to put in the comments, I'm in. Okay. I'm going to be the first one to do it because I'm in. Okay. So I want you guys to put in the comments, I'm in. Okay. If you haven't done that, make sure you guys go ahead and get registered. It is free. You can scan the QR code right here on your screen, or you can go to homein90days.com. Now, Calvin, are you going to be showing me in this? Let me show you guys what's going to happen here in this free webinar. Okay. Let me go ahead and refresh this so you guys can see. Okay. So number one, I'm actually going to share my screen so you guys can see this. So here, this is what it's going to look like, guys. This is what it's going to look like. Okay. So when you guys go here, we're going to show you how to increase your credit score and purchase a home. You're going to be able to see our simple 4-step process. Okay. Now, in 1 hour, it's going to be an in-depth webinar. Okay. It's going to be an in-depth webinar. Okay. We're going to break down how you can purchase a home with less than perfect credit. You'll learn how to increase your credit score. Some of you all are just a few points away. Some of you all are a few points away from home ownership. You say you want to get into a better neighborhood, but you're 10 points away and you're not using a strategy. Okay. You say you're tired of your landlord constantly changing the rent. What are we going to do about it? You say you want to get into a bigger space. You need more space. What are we going to do about it? You're tired of your neighbors smoking and it's coming up under your doors. What are you going to do about it? You're tired of your neighbors arguing. Some of y'all living next door to domestic situations. What are you going to do about it? You say that there's gunshots happening in your neighborhood. What are you going to do about it? This is how we do it. It's not cost. Cost is not the problem this time. Cost is going to be action. Somebody put in the comments, action. It's going to be action. Are you going to keep doing what you normally do? And this is not everybody, but somebody I know, because this was me not long ago, where I kept saying, hey, I'm going to do X. And then, but my schedule doesn't match. Now, no one's perfect, but still, does it look close? Is what's on the schedule matching? Is it lining up with your goals? Let's see who's serious. VT Renegade, listen, they was watching one of our lives the other day, and they are now inside of the 850 Club Elite. Welcome to the Elite. And now they're registered for the free webinar. Okay. So listen, that's what seriousness looks like. That's what action looks like. Okay. We got Alethea in the building. She says she's all in. Okay. Again, this is what it's supposed to be about. Alethea says Action Jackson. I know that's right. Right. What are we going to do about it, guys? This is what we need to do. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Just so you guys know, because there's a lot of hoopla on on social media. A lot of people saying a lot of stuff. Let me break this down for you. We've reviewed over 10,000 credit reports. Okay, 10,000. There's nothing we haven't seen. It's extremely rare that we haven't seen something. It may be a combination of, like, obviously, well, Calvin, I got 20 accounts. Listen, I've seen people with 80 credit cards. There's a lot. I had a client. She was a librarian. She had 80 credit cards. All she did was read about this stuff. She had nothing else. She was over 800 score with this. My point is, I've seen that. I've also seen people that have one account that have a higher credit score. Either way, we've seen everything: child support, bankruptcy, collections, charge-offs, you name it, repossessions. You name it. We can show you how to qualify for home ownership. Okay. And by the way, for those who don't know, I am a FICO certified credit specialist. Hard to find us out here because they no longer have this certification class anymore. So less than 800 people worldwide even have this. You can look that up, by the way. 300 people in the past few years. We've helped 300 people purchase a home nationwide. This is only since 2018, guys. There have been people that have been watching this for a long time getting this information. Okay. But again, this is what we do here. Let me show you all, and we're gonna wrap up. I just want to make sure, because listen, now I got the serious people. All the people that came that said, hey, you know what? I'm just here. I want to get a little bit of info. I just want to kind of watch a little bit. I ain't ready yet. No problem. But if you're still watching right now, that means you're serious about home ownership. Remember, put I'm in. If you just registered, go ahead and put I'm in. Who else is in here? Booker's in here. Appreciate you being here, sir. Okay. Listen, guys. Listen. Let me go ahead and show you all some homeowners that we got. Let me go ahead and share my screen here, and then we're gonna wrap up. Here's the deal, guys. Real homeowners, real landlords. Okay. People that didn't think that it was possible. Okay. People that are owning multi-family units, collecting rents. Listen, bricks last longer than people. Homes last longer than people. Usually properties last longer than humans. If you get this stuff, I'm telling you, you got to get it. When you buy a home and you have equity, you could take that equity out and do something else with that equity. You could buy another property. You could pay off debts. You could do whatever you want to do. People aren't thinking about this. I'm telling you, you got to start thinking about this. You got to start thinking about the future. What is your retirement strategy? You say, well, Calvin, nobody's asked me those questions. What's your retirement strategy? What's going to be in your retirement portfolio? You say, well, I got a 401k at my job. Listen, every time Trump opened his mouth, the stock can go up or the stock can go down. Not just him, any president. But look at the stock market today. Go look at the stocks today. Go look at your 401k right now because of these new tariff announcements. This isn't about politics. My point is, you need to have your money spread out. Does it need to be real estate? I don't know, man. Every time I keep doing research on this, a lot of these people that got their money in order, they got some type of real estate. I'm just being honest. They just got some type of real estate. Okay, listen. Now we're gonna take a quick pause here. My man Booker says he's got a win to share. Booker, what you got, sir? We got to brag on you for a second. For those who don't know, Booker is part of the 850 Club Elites. This was a man that said he hasn't set goals in quite some time just because the confidence. It's tough sometimes when you don't have the right guidance, you don't have the right coaching, and it's just giving people back their confidence, giving people back like the power to say, okay, I can do something. Okay, listen, I'm not trying to preach or anything like that. I promise you, I'm not. I'm just here to remind you of the goals you said you wanted to accomplish. Okay, so either way, I'll wait on Booker. He gonna most definitely let us know what's going on here for sure, because I like to see what's going on. But either way, guys, I'm about to leave in a hot second, but I want to make sure you guys see what's going on here. And listen, we've been helping people. Listen, again, another landlord. She actually lives in one unit and then has the other unit in Airbnb. Look at that. We got investors now. Investors. A lot of times we talk about, people. It's a lot of different things. We're talking about how much money they spent or something like that. We're talking about investors, guys. Investors. So if you want to be an investor if you want to be an investor, this is where you need to be. Okay. Listen, other landlords. Listen, we got clients right here. She's a barber. She says, people tell me that it's difficult to buy a home if you're self-employed. Not for her. Homeowner. Not for her. Homeowner. This young lady said, listen, I didn't know that home ownership was going to be this easy. Now she's a homeowner. Couples got goals, right? We making it happen. Investors got goals, right? Listen, it doesn't matter what your scenario is. You can purchase property. No matter what your story is, we've helped somebody in that scenario before. I promise you. Single moms, single parents, single dads, whatever. It doesn't matter. Helping your parents buying a house doesn't matter. You can do it, guys. You can do it. And I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how this barber took his income, right? Self-employed. They said it's difficult to buy property. It wasn't for him. We showed him what he needed to do. Another landlord. We showed her what he needed to do. Okay. No matter who, listen, you can do it. All you got to do is be on the free webinar. You can't make the excuse that it costs too much money because it's free. So that means, again, now we just got to execute. You got to take action, guys. If you register for the free webinar, go ahead and put I'm in inside of the chat. And look at this. Check this out. Booker says, my credit score is going up. My credit score went up 15 points. And now I said 620 and my Equifax went out 12 points, went up today at 615. Look at that. Look at that. Credit score is going up, guys. You know why? Because he's a part of our 850 Club Elite. Okay. So again, that's what you guys want to be. But either way, guys, I got to run. Go ahead and scan that QR code. Go ahead and go to the website here as well. And now if you say, well, Calvin, you know, this is not for me, not a problem. Who do you know that's looking to go into home ownership? Okay. Home in 90 days.com. We'll see you guys there, guys. Now, listen, appreciate everybody being here per usual. We got, of course, Elite there that's in the house. Let's go back up real quick and shout out this Elite real quick. Okay, we got Nick that's in the building. Appreciate you being here, Nick. R. Lake is in the house all the way from California. All right, Nick says make sure you guys go ahead and like the video, share it as well, too. All right, we got Ethel that's in the building as well. We got, of course, VT Renegade as well, too. We got Grounded for the Bag that's in here as well. And, of course, we got Booker in the building, okay? Congratulations to Booker on increasing his credit card. I keep telling you all, this is more than a channel with videos. People are listening to the advice we're giving. What happens if you listen to us? What happens if your credit score goes up? What happens? What happens if you start accomplishing your goals? What happens if you can finally tell your landlord, listen, landlord, I can't keep doing this? What happens if that works out for you? What happens? And this happens, guys. We can help you nationwide. This couple right here, they moved from Arizona to Illinois. It just so happened it was Illinois. They called our firm. They said, we saw that you've helped so many people. We know you can help us. You better believe we can. Homeowners, I don't care what your situation is. We can get you into a house. Now, it's either time or strategy. That's really all it is. It's time or strategy. The only time we can't do it is if you need to wait some time. If you just filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, we may have to wait some time. Okay. If you just got a job and you was out of work for over 6 months, we may have to wait some time. But other than that, it's really just a strategy. It's just a strategy, guys. Scan that QR code, click the link, and we'll see you guys inside the free webinar, guys. All right. So now Levon says, where do you sign up for the workshop? Now, Levon, I'm gonna be nice to you. I ain't gonna talk about you. No, I'm just playing. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen, or you can click the link that's in the chat, or you can go ahead and click the link that's down there scrolling at the bottom. I try to put it everywhere for y'all. Okay. But no, seriously, Levon, you can just go to home in90days.com or scan that QR code if you're watching this from your TV, and you'll see it. But I don't know if you guys probably can't see the chat when y'all come in. But that's where it's at, guys. Okay. Either way, I got to run. We're still prepping for this free webinar because, again, like I said, we had to turn people away. Don't wait until the weekend. Don't wait until Sunday. You most definitely don't want to wait until Monday. If you wait, you may not be able to get in. Okay. So you most definitely be able to make it happen. Mike says, I wonder if my scores are good enough. Mike, you already know you well into the greens.